All right, today we're going to talk about something really cool. It's an app called ShroomWise, and it uses AI to help us understand the wild, wonderful, and sometimes pretty dangerous world of mushroom. You know that feeling, right? You're out on a hike, you see this really interesting looking mushroom, and that little voice in the back of your head, that old school forager brain, just pipes up and asks that one simple question. Yeah, but asking that question, it's a way bigger deal than you might think. We're talking about something that can have serious life or death consequences. I mean, with wild mushrooms, one tiny mistake, and you could be in for severe poisoning. The stakes? They're about as high as they get. So that's what this all boils down to. This constant push and pull between our curiosity and the absolute need for caution. And that's what we're calling the hiker's dilemma. It really is a fundamental conflict, isn't it? On one hand, you've got this incredible, fascinating world of fungi, and the idea of maybe finding your own meal, it's so alluring. But then on the other hand, you have the very real, very serious risk of getting it wrong. And this is exactly where modern technology is stepping in. So how do you solve that dilemma? How do you bridge that gap? Well, you introduce an AI, one that's built just for this. And here it is, ShroomWise. So what is it? At its heart, it's a mobile app that uses some pretty advanced AI to look at a picture of a mushroom you took. But here's the most important part, the real secret sauce. Its #1 focus is on user safety. That changes everything. And get this, we're not talking about some tiny niche app. It supports over 90 languages. I mean, think about that for a second. That's not just a handful of major languages. We're talking about making this tool accessible to hikers pretty much anywhere on the planet. That's a huge deal. Accessibility is baked right into its DNA. And when you look at the features, it's seriously impressive. Besides the language support and the deep analysis, a couple things really jump out to me. First, all your identification history, it stays right there on your phone, locally. So your data is your data. And second, and this is so important, it has offline access for basic info. You know, for when you're deep in the woods, no signal in sight, that's a lifesaver. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how does it actually work? Like, what do I do? Let's walk through it, from the moment you snap that photo to getting the full report.
And honestly, the whole process is just so simple, it's brilliant. You just pick your language, snap a picture, or grab one from your camera roll, let the AI work its magic, and bam. In just a few moments, you get this really detailed result. It's all designed to be super fast and easy, exactly what you need when you're out there.
And we're not just talking about getting a name back. No. The profile it gives you is incredibly detailed. It'll tell you about edibility with specific warnings. It'll tell you about its habitat, where it usually grows. And this is so critical, it lists any dangerous lookalikes. Plus, every single time there's this big safety note, and that really gets to the core of what this app is trying to do. Let's focus on that lookalike feature for a second, because it might just be the most important part of the whole app. Why? Because in the world of fungi, having a twin isn't cute, it can be deadly. Here's a perfect example. You've got the delicious, totally edible chanterelle, and then you've got its toxic lookalike, the jack-o'-lantern. Now, to you or me, they might look pretty similar at first glance, but the app teaches you to spot the tiny, crucial differences, like how chanterelles tend to grow by themselves on the ground, while the jack-o'-lanterns grow in these big, dense clumps on wood. It's those subtle details that can save your life, and the AI helps you learn them. And all of this really brings us back to the app's core philosophy. This isn't just a flex to show off how powerful AI can be. It's really about creating the ultimate safety net for you, the user. Even the people who made it are crystal clear about this. They put it right out there, and I'm quoting here, AI identification should never be the sole basis for consumption decisions. So think of the AI as your knowledgeable assistant, not the final boss. It is absolutely not a green light to just start eating things. And that totally reframes the point of the app, doesn't it? ShroomWise is, first and foremost, an educational tool. It's designed to teach you about fungi, to help you keep a cool log of what you found, and to get you excited and curious, not to decide what's for dinner. To make sure that safety message is impossible to miss, they use a super simple color code. It's really intuitive. Green means edible, red means toxic or poisonous. And then they have orange, which is for stuff that's not poisonous, but you probably don't want to eat it anyway. Maybe it's too tough or just tastes bad. And finally, gray, for when the AI just isn't sure. And that's the safety net in action right there. If the AI has even a sliver of doubt, it's programmed to play it safe. It will automatically label something as toxic or unknown. So it's deliberately built to be cautious. The whole idea is to protect you from becoming overconfident. It's there to help you become a smarter, more careful observer, not a reckless one.
You know, all of this brings up a much bigger question, one that goes way beyond mushrooms. ShroomWise is such a great example of responsible AI. It's a powerful tool, but it's wrapped in these really smart safety roles. And as AI gets more and more woven into our lives, maybe the biggest challenge isn't just about making the AI smarter. Maybe the real goal is to design it in a way that makes us wiser, that keeps us curious and cautious, instead of just making us feel more confident. It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining me.